What is up, Libra? Welcome to your general timeless reading. My name is Jordyn. I'm a master Reiki practitioner and I'm also a tarot reader, obviously. So if you'd like to book a personal reading or a Reiki session, you can do it down below through my website in the description box. There is a 20% off going on now through December 5th. I'm most likely going to end up extending it, to be honest with you, but I didn't tell you that. And yeah, just the holiday season, because why not? Check out my Patreon channel. I've decided to keep the monthlies. I couldn't get rid of them. So if you want access to the monthlies, energy shift readings, the moon cycle readings, go ahead and check all that out. And let's get into it, okay? Let's see what's going on for you. Keep in mind, these are general. So take what resonates, leave the rest. Libra. I started harnessing your power, which I actually really like. This is actually my Libra deck. I have certain decks that resonate for certain zodiac signs. This is my Divine Feminine deck as a reader. So let's go into it. Show me what I mostly see for Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. I feel like you've done a lot of integration in regards to your shadow self or your ego. Or just a lot of the trauma that you've had pent up within you that you haven't addressed. It's come to the light now, which is nice. Might not feel nice, but it's out there. Yeah, King of Pentacles in reverse and the Page of Pentacles. Some of this has to do with your perspective on masculine energy. Does not mean it has to be men, okay? Masculine energy is just masculine energy. It could be the lack of faith or belief you have in yourself to create things, because we create in the material world from our masculine energy. And you're learning how to build your own solid foundations now because you're rethinking that structure for yourself, which is really nice. So you might be restructuring a business, restructuring your own mental, emotional state, or all of the above, or even a relationship with somebody, because you realize that this had to do with aspects of your shadow, your own insecurities, or limiting beliefs. I like this. King of Pentacles is Taurus energy and the Page of Pentacles is Earth energy. We actually just came out of the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus 2 days ago from when I'm recording this. So I like that. I like that a lot. Let's continue for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. And you share Empress energy with Taurus, by the way. Yeah, 10 of Wands. Closing out a very heavy, very burdensome cycle. I feel like this was a sudden realization. It kind of feels more so like a tower moment. This feels like what was pent up, what was being held on to. All these burdens. Some of you are still working through it as you're building this foundation. It's kind of like a simultaneous process of, okay, I'm building this, but I'm building it because I know it's time for me to step outside my comfort zone. It's almost like you're pushing yourself into this change because you know it's necessary, which is good, which is really good. You should be really proud of yourself, you know? That's good. Let's see what else is coming out for Libra. Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay. Yeah. So you're definitely working through wounding. This could be two people. Honestly, it feels more so like your own energy. The lack of faith in yourself to bring things into the material. So your feminine's lack of emotional faith in your ability to build things, right? Whether it be relationships or in regards to your material world or financial stability, things like that, right? Because our feminine energy is how we nurture ourselves. It's how we nurture projects. It's how we nurture the people in our life or value connections. You're rethinking basically the way you view and perceive structures and foundations in your life. Because the Page of Pentacles is learning how to rebuild foundations, which would make a lot of sense as to why your masculine and your feminine energy are both integrating aspects of their shadow. Nice. Let's continue. Ace of Cups in reverse and the Four of Cups. So this comes across to me as almost like rejecting happiness, because the Four of Cups is the card of rejection. Ace of Cups is a lack of self-care, but between that is the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is celebration, it's happiness, it's rejoicing, it's soul tribe, and it's connections. So you might have been literally pushing people away, rejecting other people out of a fear or a lack of care for yourself. It was actually you projecting how you felt about yourself into the dynamics and foundations around you. That's what you're healing. This is everything that you're letting go. This is not what you're currently doing, or this is, remember, it's timeless. So it could be something you've already gone through, you're going through, or something you're about to go through. But the Eight of Cups, as you're ending, beautiful. Underneath it is the Hierophant. I like this a lot. And underneath it is the Moon. So this tells me that you're walking away from this old way of being, this old contract, because you realize that it wasn't emotionally fulfilling. Eight of Cups is walking away from the things that are no longer emotionally satisfying, right? Because you realize it was rooted in a lot of illusion, a lot of distortion. Yeah. Nice. I like this. I like this a lot. This is good stuff. This is some deep healing, because this is like, I got to restructure everything going on in my headspace right now. Okay. Let's clarify with... Yeah, let's do this bad boy. I don't know why I really like using these two decks together. This is Crystal Visions. Again, I don't know if I said this. All the tarot decks I use, I actually have them listed down below. And I've put the website I got it from if it applies. If I got it as a gift, I tried to find it. Okay, so let's see what we got for Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Okay, the King of Pentacles is a very surrender energy, which is probably why it feels like you're pushing yourself outside your comfort zone, because you know that's just time to surrender to the changes that are necessary. Because as soon as I started asking about the King of Pentacles, it just felt more so like this is it felt like a push to surrender. Yeah, Magician and the Six of Swords. Reclaiming your power. Reclaiming your personal power. It's stepping out of the Five of Swords, which is the energy of conflict, especially internal mental conflict or arguments, or almost perpetuating old traumatic cycles or toxic cycles. Because the Five of Swords represents betrayal, it represents rejection, it represents conflict with other people, fighting, arguments, tension. It's not a fun place to be. Six of Swords is you actively choosing to walk away from that. Like, you know what? I'm choosing peace. I'm choosing to step into my power. I'm choosing to create my reality. I'm choosing to be all that I can be authentically, right? Because it's the one. It's the Magician. It's number one in tarot. It's a new start. It's a new beginning. So if you've been seeing synchronicities like 111, 222, things like that, right? 1111. Ta-da. Okay. Let's look at the Page of Pentacles. This is what this structure would be. Ace of Swords. Yeah, your truth. I like this a lot. This is awesome. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups in reverse. It's like the pocket of the collective is like, don't even say it, because it's hard for me to say. Queen of Cups in reverse is your feminine energy almost not wanting to admit to yourself, like, dang, I've stood in my own way. But not in the sense of like accomplishment of, I don't know, it's hard, how do I explain this? It's almost like there's been an emotional shutdown in certain areas of your life or aspects of your life, and you're seeing that. Like you've shut down a part of your heart, and you didn't realize that it was dormant or it had even been shut down. Like, it's hitting you like, I didn't realize I had this trauma within me. I didn't see it. And something triggered it, whether it was a connection, whether it was just an aha moment. We'll probably see that on the Ten of Wands, the next card, right? It's probably another person, to be honest with you, especially after this year, what we had going on with Aries and Libra, with their moon cycles and everything, how they mirrored each other. We had Chiron sitting in Aries, which was the wounded healer. Aries is the opposite of Libra. It's the sign of self. Okay, with the Queen of Cups in reverse, you're seeing the truth about the wounds that were in your heart space and stopping you from seeing the reality of things, because the Queen of Cups is also very intuitive. So you're most likely working from a lot of fear or your trauma body, right? So let's look at the trauma body, right? The Ten of Wands, the burdens. Don't be scared to go to therapy and stuff. Like, I go to therapy. You know, I have been to therapy. I was in therapy for a long time. And I got family members that are therapists. You know what I'm saying? So let's look at the Ten of Wands. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. The things that you are giving your time and energy to, you are not seeing them clearly. You were not seeing them clearly. You weren't seeing them for the reality, for the truth. The trauma body was painting them as something very distorted. Okay, so I'll even use an example of my own from when I went through this lesson, because I've been through this lesson. So for example, I used to lack a lot of trust, and sometimes still do, you know, because it's a healing process in people. And so I would look at people and I would villainize them. I'd be like, oh, you're going to hurt me or you're going to betray me. So why would I let you see all of me? Why would I let you in? Why would I be 100% authentic with you? Because I feel as if you are going to hurt me at some time, right? And because they're villainized or made to be such a bad person or thing in my mind, and yet that's not the truth. They're actually a really good person. They have no malicious intent, no bad intent. I would limit or already see that connection, that dynamic, or that partnership, whatever kind of relationship it was, as a failure. Because the Seven of Pentacles is a card of failure, right? It's giving up on things because of the way it's painted in your mind. The limiting beliefs. How you're basically projecting the fears of the past onto them, right? To protect yourself. It's what the ego does. The ego creates these stories in our mind to protect us, but they're not always true. And it's breaking down those limiting beliefs to see the reality, the truth of what's really in front of us. So let's look at the Queen of Cups, what your blockages were. Oh, dang it. Okay, so we have the Eight of Pentacles and we have the Unknown card. The Unknown card is basically the universe's way of saying, hey, I wasn't going to tell you this was coming because you just kind of needed to be slapped in the face with it. It's kind of like, surprise. It's like, you don't need to know why this happened. And sometimes we're not going to know the reason for things. And to be quite honest, sometimes we don't need to understand everything completely. Sometimes we just need to surrender and start working on it. So we don't need to know the outcome. People are so attached at times, I'm not going to say all people, but some people, when we become too attached to knowing the outcome of how things are going to unfold, that's what keeps us sitting in this fear, keeps us sitting in this place of, well, I can't move forward, I can't take this step, because what if it's the wrong step? Well, you know, staying where you are isn't really going to help you either, you know, because you're not happy where you currently are right now, because if you were, you wouldn't be thinking about what steps to take to move forward. You understand? It's wondering about the what ifs. What if you remove the emotion connected to your soul, connected to what was really pulling you, what really resonated with you, and you just listen to that voice over the voice of the fear, over the voice of the limiting beliefs, over the voice of the what ifs. Because this was the voice of the what ifs. Let's look at the Ace of Cups in reverse. Devil. King of Swords in reverse. Yeah. The King of Swords is the masculine energy. So your energy to create or take action on things. Like not knowing, not having a clear idea what to take action on because of the voice of the what ifs. Because of the ego, because of the fear, the limiting beliefs, the scarcity mindset, self-consciousness, things of that nature, right? King of Swords. I can't take action on this because my heart space isn't open because of the fear consuming it, right? I can't truly know what resonates with me in my heart space because I'm wrapped in the chains of my fear about what if this is the wrong choice. Let's look at the Four of Cups. What you've been pushing away, and most likely not even intentionally, because most of the time we don't even realize we're doing it because we go on autopilot from fear, from the ego, or from the what ifs. Yeah, King of Cups in reverse. Pushing away your passions, yeah, because of the insecurities. Dang. Okay, so we have the King of Cups in reverse, Nine of Pentacles in reverse, then the Eight of Cups, and then we have the Nine of Cups and the Six of Wands in reverse. I'm going to start with the first three. So the King of Cups in reverse, your masculine energy, and the Nine of Cups. So both your feminine and your masculine emotionally are detached right now due to just the insecurities. Just insecurities, fears, limiting beliefs. We're human. We are human. I'm not excluding myself because we all go through this, right? No one's on a high horse here. We all go through this. And it's okay to go through this, but it's the need to understand that, okay, this is no longer serving me. What do I need to change? Keyword change, because change is the only constant, right? Because if we continue doing this, it's just going to keep perpetuating the same cycle. And it's time to walk away from the things that just are no longer emotionally fulfilling, whether it be your own habits, your own daily routine, your own way of thinking and perceiving what your life is like, right? Shifting your perspective into one of gratitude or into one of more positivity, or just celebrating your small victories. Like, hey, I got up earlier today. I'm proud of myself for that. I drank more water today. Okay, we're making steps in the right direction. Do you know that taking little moments like that and documenting them, writing them down, or taking pictures of you in those moments is actually a gratitude practice called savoring? Doing that is actually going to help you be more conscious, more aware of all the good moments throughout your day versus focusing on the moments that make you stay in this cycle, right? Because you really want your 9 of Cups, and it's time for you to walk away, 8 of Cups, towards the 9 of Cups, but that calls for self-care, because the 9 minus the 8 gives you that Ace of Cups. It calls for opening up the heart space, being willing to step into that change, and being willing to step out of this thought process of things are not going to work out. But what if they fail? What if I don't get the recognition? What if it doesn't work out in my favor? It's the need to heal that. 3 of Swords in reverse, bottom of the deck. Libra energy, right? The healing of the heart space. So let's look at the 8 of Cups. Why is the 8 of Cups here for, what was this? The Fool. You had the Fool chilling over here. Awesome. As soon as you walk away from the what ifs, you get a new cycle. Because the current cycle is the one that's failing, you know? So let's look at the 8 of Cups. Hierophant in reverse. Yeah, it's time to walk away from this contract that you've made yourself, right? The Hierophant to me is also, sorry, I don't know why, like I just like lost my breath. It was weird. The Hierophant is also this energy, this dog is so annoying, is the energy of the rule book to me as a reader. It's throwing out the old rule book because you realize that it's distorted. It's no longer working for you. You're walking away, you're breaking that contract that you signed, that you created for yourself. The rules, the fear that you chained yourself to. 7 of Pentacles, because you realize it was a failure. It wasn't working for you. Oh man. 5 of Wands, and that's when the fire's lit under your tushy and you're like, okay, I'm determined now. I'm determined to succeed. I'm determined to grow. I'm determined to thrive and be the best version of myself I can be. Because the 5 of Wands is the card of competition and determination. And bottom of the deck, beautiful, 7 of Swords in reverse. There you go, releasing all self-sabotaging behavior, distortion, illusion, all those things. It's working through the shadow. You're releasing it. Releasing it. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Libra, beautiful. This is what I have for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Please like, share, subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up. If you want a personal reading or a Reiki session, there is 20% off now through December 5th. And check that out on my website. I love you. I wish you the best. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.